So on opening day, we all had to get together to have this photo, and we'd all worked maybe like 10 hours. So the last thing we wanted to do was stand and smile for a photo. But now I'm so thankful we did, and over the years there are a few more photos of the management teams, but wow, has it changed since then. Like, not just the cinema itself and the people, but the industry as well is changed dramatically.
I think for the majority of the public, it will come as a shock when they find out we're closing. When I think about our customers, I tend to think about kind of the more vulnerable customers that we have, who tend to be our regulars, and that makes me quite sad, thinking how they might react to our closure.
We've got some very loyal guests that come to us. I want to use Sonia as an example. She comes to us 5 nights a week, or 4 or 5 nights a week. Sometimes she'll watch films on repeat, but she comes here because she wants to come here, and because she can't get to anywhere else. So if you take us away, what's there for her?
We've got the biggest screen in the city. Like, I would expect the public will be aggrieved at the loss of this place, but also the vast majority will probably view it as yet another thing that's closing down. First Debenhams, then Marks and Spencers, now unnamed cinema. What next?
Yeah, like being in a room with everyone, like even like most people will find that annoying, like the clapping, the cheering, but like it's such a good atmosphere when you're there watching it with other people who's just as excited as you are. You don't get that at home.
Every time we have big releases, I love it, because you have, as tiring it can be, as annoying it can be, you kind of really bond as a team. You do. I mean, probably the best busy period we had here was just recently. It was Barbie and Oppenheimer.
That was so exciting because it was unexpected, and the speed at which we had to get to grips of how busy we were on not enough staff or stock or preparation, but that's what I love about this industry, and about how like one day you might be really quiet and then a new film will come out and you're running around like, and it's crazy and you don't stop and you don't have time to eat, but it's fun, like, and that's what I love. I love when we're busy and it's like the adrenaline's going. It feels like you're part of something, especially like with Barbenheimer being so crazy. It was just thrilling to be here after having such a long time of quiet. It was just, yeah, amazing to just be part of it, really.
It's another memory is my manager, James Jones, allowed me to run around the cinema and clean with a Captain America shield.
That's on video.
And we just had we'd have like fights at the front of the screen.
And there's a very special memory of us acting out a Marvel fight scene at the front of one of the screens.
So one of my favourite memories would be my last supervisor shift. It was kind of a sad day because it was a big change, me going from supervisor to manager, so I wasn't working with people in the same way anymore. But me and Molly, a fellow supervisor at the time, I don't want to say we spent the whole day doing nothing.
We were basically doing nothing all day. I think it was quite a quiet day. We decided that we were gonna just walk around messing around.
I didn't go on my tail at all that day. But we were like moving stuff around. We invented the designated step area.
I actually don't know how beneficial the designated step area has been to the people of the cinema, but it means a lot to me that it's there.
And then we went up to the upstairs kitchen.
It's not like used a lot. So we walk in there and we're just having a nosy, and then we see that the ceiling has just like fallen down, and the aircon unit in the ceiling has just leaked everywhere, and there's just like ceiling mush like on all of the kitchen units, and like puddles of water everywhere. It was really gross. And we kind of just like both went, we probably can't like ignore this really, can we?
And I came in here on my last shift before I go off for a month. That was just typical. And then we spent pretty much the whole shift just dealing with that, which was fun.
One of the parts of the job that I like the most is the team and creating a team and working in a team and leading a team. And during COVID, there was no team. Everybody got furloughed apart from myself. So I was coming into the building, making sure that the escalators were running, that the projectors were running. It's strange, but then it's one of my favouriteest memories of working here happened during that time. And I can show you the picture, and that's a picture of my children in an ice truck. And I brought them in with me, I was just very lucky to be in that position where I could bring them into work. And they had the freedom of the cinema to themselves, which they loved. And we would play hide and seek and go off on adventures and look for the popcorn monster. I pushed them around in this ice truck and they had a whale of a time. And it was really good for them because they couldn't go to many places. Give my wife a break, and it gave me a bit of a boost as well because I wasn't in here on my own all the time.
This one time, David Attenborough was coming into the building and I said, I'm there, you're putting me on wherever he is, and I'm going to be helpful. So, yeah, thank you. And they they put me here. Yeah, and I saw David Attenborough walk across in front of me, and it was I was starstruck. He is old man, but still, I was starstruck. I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I met quite a few different actors and actresses. And it's quite good when you see people, you meet people in real life. But I think for us, and anybody who works in the cinema industry, it's the staff and the managers. They're the real stars. They're the ones that provide the best experience. So, yeah, that's my best memories of it.
I can't say we're like the most amazing cinema in the world, because we probably aren't, but I feel like it's quite a welcoming place to come to. A lot of people seem to be drawn back here, staff and customers alike. So
the cinema takes you out of what you're going through, and that's why I think it was so important that we reopened when COVID hit, because we were the first cinema chain to reopen, and that was really important that people had somewhere safe to take themselves away from everything that was happening, because it was a dark time for a lot of people for various reasons, and to be able to come for 2 hours and escape, I think that's what is missing in streaming. At home, sitting at home, you don't have that escapism. You don't have the sound that sometimes like shakes you to your core.
Eventually people are going to realise that they miss the cinema. Streaming services, they won't die out because they are here to stay, but streaming services will probably eventually like plummet or whatever, and hopefully cinema viewing will expand or go higher or whatever.
I think this company is a very safe place for a lot of people, and it's certainly the kind of company where you can be yourself. You're not, it's a very liberal place to work. There is people of every or there has been over the years, of every gender identity, every sort of sexuality, every sort of religion, like creed of life, everything has been here. And I think it's the kind of place where you can come here without fear of being ridiculed for any of those things.
I think the people have a lot to do with it, and it's brought, I would say, quite an eclectic mix of people together, but with one kind of love of loving film and wanting to share that with other people, really.
3 years ago I moved to this city for university, and the first year and a half was really tough because it was during COVID, it was during lockdown. So coming here, starting this job, meeting all of these like-minded people who liked film, had similar interests to me. Really helped me a lot.
And I really love this place. It's a wonderful cinema, and I'm just going to miss walking through the doors. I'm thinking this is where I work and being proud of it, like being proud of the people that I'm working with, including the managers as well. Like, I'm just gonna miss everything about this place basically, like, but mostly the people, like my friends.
I will really miss having everyone that I love in the same place. That's a nice feeling. But most of all, like, I really miss the management team. I've had like a really, like a few really like rough experiences while I've worked here, and they've been really, really supportive of me.
And I think, despite the situation being sad, there's still a lot of positives, and that as time goes on, we'll remember the positives more.
And we were part of something really great within our city, and it's a shame it's ending, but think of the positives, that what we did get out of it whilst we had it, kind of thing. I think that's my final thoughts on these current events.